How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Queen City Sports Network. I'm Sean Joyce, your host, and today is the Hockey Show. With me is my good friend, my guest,
Zach Belgett.
All right, Zach. He's short and sweet. He likes to right to the point. Well, we're going to get right to the point today because, hey, Sabres preseason is in 2 weeks, man.
1 week.
1 week.
1 week.
See, we're in such a shuffle right now because the Bills won yesterday, which was expected. When I was at the game yesterday with my brother, I was looking over and I'm going, you know what? It had the feel of like a AA college football game, like when the AA comes here to play UB and UB beats them up. I was like, man, the Jets just feel like today there's no way we're going to lose this game.
They were dominated for sure.
And it looked good, but we're talking hockey. This is the Hockey Show. We're going to talk hockey, and the preseason's coming up, and I was looking at, I got my Bills tickets yesterday. Did pretty well, $58. I was pretty happy with that for opening day. But I was looking at all the Sabres tickets. Now, I don't want to give anyone secrets because I want to go to the game, but there's $2 to $5 tickets right now online in the preseason. My buddy showed me a really good site.
Can't beat that.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'll get some preseason games. And we're going to get some action. We're going to get the biggest topic here. We're going to get to you the biggest topics. We're going to tackle the biggest topics, of the week. We're here to cover the Sabres in this show. We want to bring the best to you. We want to get at all the topics that you don't know about or maybe you don't hear enough about. So we're going to start with the big one that everybody wants to hear about and talk about, Jack Eichel's contract.
For sure.
And I guess first things first, we're going to have to kind of compare it to Connor McDavid's. Now, do you think McDavid is good enough to get the full max deal that he got, $13 million a year?
I believe, for sure. I would have gave it to him. Think about it in 5 years. He's going to be making 12 and a half, and he's easily going to be the best player. Mm-hmm. Crosby's going to be out. Who's going to be his competition? Eichel.
Matthews.
I mean, there's going to be guys like Goudreau and guys like even like both the Nylander brothers. They're going to be up there. So then you have guys like Sagan, Stamkos. They're going to be still in the league. Ben. They're going to be dominating. But I mean, for sure, he's making
what he should.
Yeah.
Now
exactly. Yeah, I think so. Plus his youth. I mean. Now would arguably be his best years. I mean, he's already putting 100 points up as a 20-year-old, so.
I was just going to say that. Can you imagine this season a 20-year-old is going to lead the league in points? This is Gretzky-esque. And I think it was my buddy the other day that said, you know what? He really is on pace to potentially be the number 2 player ever.
Possibly, yeah.
Funny it's 2 Oilers, huh? Why does Edmonton get to fall in? Hey, after 5 or 6 straight number 1 to number 5 picks, somebody had to pop. There. Somebody had to really do well. But hey, Edmonton's on the right path. And Draisaitl
is good.
The Oilers are going to be good for a while.
For sure.
What about our phenom that we're trying to work around? Jack. Sides right now are still at a stalemate. They're trying to find that nice, common, even ground between years and money.
Exactly.
I have no problem personally. Well, put your GM hat on. If I'm going to personally do it right now, I'd say, Jack, let's do like 4 years.
That's not, I don't think we want to do that.
What's your opinion?
You got to do the 8 because 4 years he gets unrestricted free agency. In the 4 years, he could be gone like that. But I think you just got to lock up your guy. I think you pretty much blew a season for him, drafted him 2nd overall. I mean, you don't not give him the 8 years, I think. Unless he gets injured again this year or something happens this year and maybe doesn't warrant the contract, then maybe not give it to him. But never know. I don't know.
My idea behind that was if we gave him a 4 and we gave him maybe $7 million a year to start, then it would kind of be able to balance out the whole team and be able to allocate money to other people. But I do agree with you too. In a perfect world, I think 8-year, $72 million. I think 9 a year right now is good.
9 or 10, yeah.
But see, 9. But that's the comparison. That's why Connor McDavid was brought up. Because Connor's 13, that's the max, and Crosby's the max, and
exactly.
Jack feels like he's 11 or 12.
Exactly.
And the Sabres say, I think you're 9 or 10. So I think that's
that could be happening. And he could be just gambling on himself, saying, hey, I'm going to stack the deck and play the season on my last year of entry deal.
But I love what both sides are saying. I love that
both sides have been agreeing. They're on good terms apparently. So you can't really gotta take everything with a grain of salt because you can't really trust what the media puts out there. But
true.
Hopefully they're on good terms and hopefully they kind of know what they're doing. Hopefully they.
The last thing we knew so far, the last tweet thing I read was I think John Vogel said. Sides will continue conversations through the season. They're at a good stalemate. They're just trying to find that even point. And Jack has come out and said, I'm very happy. I'm here. I'm not leaving Buffalo no matter what. We're just trying to find a good medium. That's what we all want to hear. That's what all the fans want to hear. We're very happy about that. Just pray Jack doesn't get hurt again.
Exactly.
Because freak accident, how many times will that happen? Hey, I'm big on karma. Some people would say we cheated to get Jack Eichel. Well, if that wasn't karma, I don't know what was, but you know what? Well, if Jack would have played those 20 games.
He did have more assists than Matthews. People don't know that. A lot of people don't even realize that, I think.
Yeah, the PPG.
He had more points per game. He had .88 and Matthews had .7 something, .6 something. So...
Those 20 games, man. I think it was 21.
It was rough. They didn't have Evander Kane either for even half of them. O'Reilly was banged up. Okposo was banged up. Reinhardt slumped. And I think a lot of that had to do with Dan Bylsma. Dan Bylsma's system was slow, sluggish. He didn't play a very good defensive scheme. Put a lot of minutes on a young Ristolainen, which was not a good idea ever. And they didn't have the dogs, I think. I don't like that. To be honest with you, our defense last year was... our sixth line could have been like an AHL.
Did you know the next segue? Right into defense, we were going to go next. Zach, on that. Biggest problem on the team, period, was defense.
For sure.
Complaining. God help us with Bogo sometimes. God help us with Georges sometimes. Thank God Cody Franzen's gone.
For sure.
Sorry, Cody, but it wasn't working. So you know what? We're rolling now. Wrist on the Cape should be fine, but how about everybody else?
Well, I think biggest key to this defense is going to be Antipin. Antipin, I think his name is pronounced, actually.
Mm-hmm.
If he could pretty much do what we lost with Pysyk, I think right there, our defense is going to be tenfold better.
Mm-hmm.
Just based on puck movement alone and being out of the zone. He's a good skater. And, he came from the KHL. He's been in I think he's 24, 25, so he's been playing professional hockey probably since he was 18, 17. Knows what he's doing, so hopefully he's good. Also, I think Scandell's going to be good. Hopefully Boyu in a new environment, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
New system even. He should hopefully thrive and flourish.
I want to talk about Nathan Boyu a little. I apologize for my stats being a little off, but I believe it was 38 points in it's about 78 games last year. That was his highest total of his 4-year career. And I would love to see, that's like that good fine line.
Exactly.
He's about to go into his prime. Is he going to pop? Can we get like a 40-point season out of him?
Exactly.
He's on that borderline. It's like, I'm excited. I want to see what Boyu does. I want to see if he can sneak into that good two-way defenseman and put up 40 points. Because that was a problem. Our D wasn't scoring.
Exactly, that too. I also think Antipin, he brings a great shot to the team. Same with Boyu. Boyu I think he was running Montreal's second power play.
Good. I didn't know that.
He was a point man for Montreal's power play. I could be wrong on that though, but so hopefully he can help run our power plays. I think eventually maybe him and Bogo, him and Ristolainen, you never know. I also don't think hopefully they don't mix and match the lines up like Biles did too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they keep them together, get some chemistry going, give them 20 games to maybe gel. But I think our defense is probably going to struggle for the first stretch. Because there's a lot of new... George is probably going to be a seventh defenseman. Hopefully, you never know.
We don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, so I think with all the new faces there, I think there should be some growing pains. But I think we're talented enough and we have a good enough coach, we should weather the storm and hopefully start being a productive defensive unit.
Mm-hmm. You think Brandon Gooley is ready to crack yet, or do you think he'll just be the number one in Rochester and get more of that experience?
Judging by what Botterill does and how he develops players, I think he's going to stay in Rochester the whole year, which is good because there really isn't a roster spot for him. If you think about it,
No.
There really isn't. I mean, if he lights it up in preseason, it is the second coming of Eric Carlson, maybe, but that's not expected to happen exactly. So I think he should just dominate in Rochester. Him, Nylander. I mean, even guys like Baptiste and Bailey might even still play in Rochester.
What a top line in Rochester we got this year. Brandon Gooley and Justin Falk. I love Justin Falk.
He's a solid AHL defenseman.
I think Justin Falk's the perfect 7. Because injuries will happen. And when somebody gets hurt for 5-10 games, I love Justin Falk coming up and hopping in. And hey, if Brandon Gooley is ready to go,
maybe he gets called. Who knows? You never know. But ideally, he stays down there. Maybe call him up, because you never know. Like another prospect, Middlestat, he might come on after his first season at Minnesota. So, I mean, if you want to get the young guys some playing time, get those guys up there, you never know. Who knows? Injuries might permit that too.
Pray to God Casey has a good first year when we sign him and he's not skipping in 3 years.
Exactly.
But we're going to take a break here for the hockey show and come right back at you. How's everybody doing today? We are back with the show, and we started on offense with Jack, moved our way back to defense with our front 6, 7, 8, however that works out. Now we're going to move back into the pipes. Our good friend Robin Lehner had a great year this year. Past year.
Low-key.
Excuse me. Yeah. I think 2.6. I think it was 2.67. I can confirm he had 2.6. Save percentage. But, save percentage. Goals against average. But, with that defense in front of him, it was like,
Yeah, I mean, I think this year essentially is just a tryout year for him. Botterill and Housley pretty much said to him, here you go. Here's your 1 year. Prove to us that you can be our number one guy. Go out there and win us over. So I think that's what they're doing. I think after this year, we'll have our answer on who our number one goalie. If he is our number one goalie, I should say.
Right.
Because we don't know who our number one goalie is after this year if it's not him.
Probably got a raise too, which I bet made him very happy.
A little bit more money in his pocket should do some good to him.
I'm happy with 1 year $4 million. I think that was perfect. Yeah, exactly what you said was a prove it deal. So
exactly, go out there and see what he can do.
We put a good D in front of you. There's no complaining now. There's 7 guys fighting for 6 spots.
Exactly.
This is war. That last spot, that's what I'm excited about. I want that competition.
For sure.
Our 4th line and our 3rd line defense right now, there's so much competition within both groups that's exciting. That's what you want to see. That's what I want to see. So, no excuse for Robin. I expect a 2, 3, 8.
I expect even a better save percentage from him next year. He hit a 9.3 something, I want to say, and hopefully it's probably not. It's not going to be the 9.5, 9.6. That's like Henrik Lundqvist. But I mean, if he can crack the lower 9.4s, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. Especially if we can get some scoring and get some leads in front of him. I think also a big problem with Leonard is his confidence. He isn't. I wouldn't say he's a head case necessarily, but I would say
hothead.
Yeah, in a way, he's a hothead. He gets. I was at the Vancouver game where he trucked Burrows, so he definitely gets into it and loses his temper. But I think that when he plays with more confidence, he plays better. And when he gets frustrated, he gets not pissed off at his teammates, but you could see him getting flustered with his defense, and he had reason to be last year, but he wasn't playing with much confidence, so his game was going to suffer. So hopefully next year there's more confidence, better defense, hopefully better Robin Lehner.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's kind of funny, our best fighter is in the goal crease. If anyone's going to fight on this team, it's Robin Lehner.
Very
true. When your goalie listens to hardcore metal and has tattoos on his neck, Robin Lehner's badass. And if you don't know anything about that, look up his background. Robin Lehner is a metalhead. Where's he from, Finland? I couldn't put my finger on that. I believe
Robin Lehner is from
Sweden? He's Swedish, yes.
Swedish. I think Robin Lehner is Swedish.
They're fucking hardcore to the bone metal, man. And that's, we hate. Sometimes we'll let one by, sometimes we'll get beat on an easy one, but hey, we got a tough mother in that, and that's good enough for me.
Hey,
No, it's
I
not.
respect him. I like Lehner. I mean, But you look at it, I mean, hope maybe Allmark and hope he thought Peterson was going to be here, but you all know how that went. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Have fun being
never
back
know.
up.
Ukko-Pekka, the guy we took in the second round, he's supposed to be a good prospect, but he's years away from even probably playing in the AHL. I'd say he's probably 2-3 years, and I think he's playing in Finland too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm excited to see what Lehner does this year.
Are you excited that Chad Johnson's back?
Yeah,
I love Chad.
I like Chad Johnson. I don't mind him. I think him and Nilsson are similar.
I think Chad's
They're in the same tier group of.
better. I don't know. I feel that, you know.
Yeah, I would say. I think he's been on better teams. He's been with Tuukka Rask in Boston. He's been, I think, with Halak in New York. And, you know, so he's been around better goalies. I mean, I don't know. I like Chad Johnson a lot. Nilsson, I mean, he struggled on a lot of teams. I mean, he was with Edmonton and they weren't that good. I mean, I'm not sure who. I think Nilsson actually. I think he was with Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Was he drafted by Tampa Bay?
I don't know where he started, actually. I was going to ask you. I don't even know where he is right now.
He's on Vancouver now. I think he's
Okay.
on with Vancouver now. I'm pretty sure he's going to start because Miller went to Anaheim, if I'm not mistaken.
Miller's going to play backup.
Yeah.
Backup. They're going to split like 41 games apiece. Good for you, Ryan. You got what you always want. You're on the West Coast with your wife near Hollywood. That's a whole other story. But I'm very happy with that. I love Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson playing 30 games and I say give him 7.
Hey, he won 20 in front of the bad
goals,
defense we had 2 years ago, so who knows what he can do in front of this good defense. So, I don't know. I do like Chad Johnson, though. I like that pickup.
I feel good. Do you feel good?
I feel good.
I do feel good, which is going into our last thing. We're just going to tackle the early season right now. So I'd say for the first quarter of the year, the first 20 games, it's going to kind of be like, there's definitely a mesh period going to happen here because between Jason Pominville, between Nathan Beaulieu, between Marco Scandella, Victor Antipin. Who's the bottom 6 forward we got from Edmonton?
Benoit
Pouliot. That's 5 new guys.
Jacob Joseph, whom I also played.
Oh, the one, yeah, you got the 1 year deal, right?
They signed a lot of guys. Well, I don't know if they signed a lot of guys. They signed a couple guys to Rochester, like Tennyson and what's his face? I think they re-signed Tyson Strachan. So
that's the nail on the head, though. There's going to have to be an adjustment period. We're going to have to figure out.
I think there definitely is.
Where our first power play is, second power play. Shoot, we don't know who's on the 4th line. We have all the prospects are hitting heads. I'm a big Evan Rodriguez fan, of course, but from Evan Rodriguez to Nate Baptiste.
I hope Nylander makes the team, to be honest.
Nylander,
I really do.
Somebody's got to hop up.
He got big too over the summer. Nylander, he bulked up for sure. I don't know how much muscle he gained, but they were talking about it during the prospect camps. During they do the 4 or 5 camp days, and they do the 3-on-3 French Connection tournament. They said, he looked a lot bigger, and he was by far the best player there. Him and Middlestead, I would say. You
remember when Sam Reinhart played his 2 games his first year, 3 years ago? Oh, he looks so small. I think my point on that, I think going from 18 to 19, that growth spurt in your freshman year is just so big. And he was not ready last year. The NHL is not, what it was 20 years ago. This is not offense anymore. This is a defensive-based league. And if he is, 5'7", well, I'd say he's like 5'11", but he's 150 pounds. Sam Charles is going to go with 1 arm. You're not getting by. Get on the boards, kid. And that's what happened to Sam Reinhart when he played those 9 games. He was just getting bullied. He's fast, and he can move, and that's Nylander. I remember the last 4 games of the year when Nylander was holding the puck behind the net, and no one could get away from him.
Oh, he's got filthy hands for sure, and I think he's got good NHL speed, and maybe just the body's there. He just needs the muscle mass, and I think he'll be gold. He's got a hell of a shot too.
If you can get on that 4th line this year, at least get those NHL minutes.
I'd even say put him with Jack and Sam, to be honest with you.
If he's ready or no?
I say if he's ready. If he's able to crack the roster, I say put him with Jack and Sam.
If he's not ready, would you want him to start the year on the first line of Rochester?
No, for sure. I think so. Play him with. I'm not sure who the centers are in Rochester. To be honest with you, would play him and maybe Baptiste. That'd be good wingers to whoever the center is. I don't think Cal O'Reilly's back. I don't even know if Derek Grant's back, to be honest with you, either. So
Derek Grant's not back, unfortunately. My favorite Sabre. Still right now the third longest without a goal streak in NHL history for the most games ever played. I think it's up to 106. Oh, what a bummer. I remember they put him out there for the empty net last year and he couldn't get it. I'm just like, man, just crashed the net, Derek. Derek is a good first-line AHL center.
Yeah, they got him in the Ottawa trade for, what's his face, too? Cole Schneider. He was a part of the Cole Schneider trade, I'm pretty sure. And he was decent. I could be wrong about that trade, though. Because it was a decent blockbuster trade for the AHL, so he was a good AHL player. But yeah, he could never get the biscuit in the basket in the NHL.
Not here. Hopefully he'll get another chance. I feel like he signed with a lesser team, maybe Vancouver or something. Our stats were a little off today. I hope we impressed you with a lot of them, but we're going to do some more homework for our next show. But we've tackled enough Sabres for today. My last thought for the day is training camp's a week away. Preseason games are 2 weeks away. You get a little excited. Bills are 1-0. Sabres have all this young progression going on. These kids are humping up. Hey, we could see both Buffalo teams in the playoffs. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Excuse me. I'm Sean Joyce coming from you live, North Buffalo in the Red Room Studios. He is
Zachary Pelgett.
And we will hopefully see you soon.
See you later.
Enjoy your hockey.